All right, give me a second. Right, hello, how's it going? I hope you all had a good Christmas. I didn't. I never have a good Christmas, I'm sure. Oh, what I say about Christmas is nowadays, yeah, humbug. Humbug to Christmas. So, not doing much, just a bit of gaming on the side. Just tried to do a live stream on my survival. Came out a bit blocky. Well, not blocky, but blurry. Because it wasn't giving me what I needed on live stream. It turned out to 720p after the finished, but during the game it's kind of laggy, not blurry or blocky, but laggy. So I couldn't really do a proper live stream with it, although it's only a test anyway. So I still don't think the system's strong enough to do the things that you need to do it with. No, some of the gaming's pretty good on it, but some of it ain't. Like I downloaded one called Evergreen Prologue the other day, and as soon as I went to play it, the whole game was lagging chronic, and it's not a game that takes a lot of resources. But I went into the graphics settings and I was able to turn them down to like minimal settings and it started playing okay. But it was only a demo game anyway, so after after about an hour, I just turned the game off and eventually deleted it. The game, because I wasn't going to play it, it's only a demo version. But yeah, not been doing much the last few days because court's been adjourned until the 3rd of January. So I can't remember when our last day was. About a week ago, I think it was, when the judge told us to go home and come back on the 3rd. So we're due back on the 3rd, and we might be there till the 17th apparently of January, unless like other things might crop up and it might get extended even longer. The only reason why it's been extended to the 17th because there's a lot of issues, like the judges and prosecutors and the barristers talking all about the law. That put a bit of a time limit, well, not time limit, but it kind of like screwed the timing up on it. Then one of the barristers went ill for a week. Then one of our jury members went ill and never turned back up again. So I don't know what happened to that one. But yeah, it's an interesting case. The judge did say, keep your mouth shut about it until the case is over and done with, then you can talk about it. So, once it's over and done with, I'll probably do a live stream and let you know what the court case was all about. Nothing to do with me. I was just a juror, and give you some of the nitty gritty kind of things, I can't tell you exactly what kind of case it is. I can't say it was like domestic or drunk driving or all that other kind of stuff. It's none of those. If I could tell you, I would tell you, but I can't tell you at the moment. Not until everything's been sorted out and we've done our deliberation and found them guilty or not guilty. That's the point. There's supposed to be 12 of us in a jury, but let's say one went sick, and now there's only 11. So that one that went sick and never came back could have put a little bit of a dent in the case, kind of thing. But now there's only 11 of us. It might be a little bit more easy, I suppose. I don't know. I know there's one person that is I know I'm kind of like two minds about certain things in the case itself. I think I'm one of the people who's put up most questions to the judge and to the barristers in the court case than anyone else has. There's this woman next to me, and we've been fucking. Because if you want to ask a question, you write it down on a piece of paper and you stick it up in the court, and then a husher comes along, takes it, gives it to the judge reads it, and then he types it in his computer, then he gives it to either the defendant barrister or the prosecutor's barrister, and whatever it is, they read it out if they think it's a good enough question to read out, I suppose. And I started writing out a lot of letters, and the girl next to me started writing out letters to the judge. Then the other day, actually, the last day we was in, the last week, 3 or 4 of the other jurors started writing notes. Oh, fucking hell. Because we knew that, the certain things were coming to an end. And you can't, if you've got, Tom Bloggs as a, someone who's done, the criminal offence, I suppose, he's going to be called up as a witness as well. So once he's been called up and, the prosecutor and the defendant barristers have, cross-examined him and asked him so many questions, once he leaves that chair, they can't call him back, I don't think. So, I think a lot of people was trying to get questions in towards the end before, we all knew that if we can't call him back up. Hello, Mark. Hello, Angela. No, I didn't have a good Christmas. I've been having headaches left, right, and centre this week, and I've not been drinking nothing. I've had bad stomach aches over the last week as well. Diarrhea, kind of thing. I had a kebab the other night, and I think that was bad because that gave me a bit of a gut ache. The next day, so I'm just trying to keep myself warm actually because it's so fucking cold. And I noticed on my electric meter, right, I had like 30 quid on it, right, and I had a £20 on my electric key, so I put the other 20 in, and this was like a week ago. Now, normally my electric, before all this shit started up, in the world, and the energy prices have gone up and everything, I used to get away with about £10-12 a week. Now, because I noticed me electric was running down on the meter, I still had 30 quid in it. But I thought I'll put the other 20 in, because I'm going to be putting more money on the electric key later anyway. So I put the 20 on to make it 50. And would you believe it's not even been a week? It's probably been 5 days. And that 20 quid's already gone. That 20 quid originally used to last me 2 weeks. Not no more. I'm getting a little bit of help from the electric company. They give me a voucher once a month to go and stick onto my key. So it's helping a little bit. But I think those vouchers run out at the end of the month, end of March. So I'm just dreading how much my electric's going to be, if I'm not going to get any help. I've now started turning things off that I'm not running. Like my little Wi-Fi cameras, I've not been viewing them for quite a while, so I've turned those off. The only one I've not turned off is the one in the living room because I can't get access to that one at the moment. The CCTV cameras are still running at the moment, but that's just running off one box with a monitor, so it's not running up too much electricity, but I can always turn that off. I'm not using the light in my kitchen because that's bloody busted. Won't turn on or turn off. So I did buy another light, thinking it's going to be a battery operated one, but it's not. It's a bloody electric one. So then I had to end up buying yet another little lamp, which is in the kitchen, and it's like this one is like a remote control, just like a small one, but it doesn't give that much light out, which is a bit of a pain. So I've just been sitting there mucking around watching videos and movies and playing some online game. That's it, really. I had 4 days peace and quiet from them fuckers upstairs. Then they turned back up last night, and all day today it's been bloody noisy again. Give me headaches, chronic headaches. But I did go out for about half an hour to go and get my electric key sorted out again. And once that's done, I stuck that on. So I've got I don't know how much I've got on my meter at the moment. I've been going down there checking to make sure that it's not running up too quick, running down too quick. So tomorrow morning I'm going to check it to see how much electric it ran from like 3 o'clock today. So I'm going to wait till around about 3 o'clock tomorrow and see how much electricity it's chewed up on. And if I think that it's expensive, I'm going to be ringing up my blade electric company and say, hey, I think something's going on here. Been having quite a few sore throats lately. I don't talk. What's the point in talking to yourself? Because that's definitely like the first thing of madness, kind of thing. So I'm just sitting here, being quiet. But every time I do, I tend to talk to you about something. If I'm doing online gaming or something, I've got my mic on. Because if you watch a game online, people kind of like what's that word? Narrate or whatever it's bloody called. When they're talking in game, saying what they think about the game, what they're doing in the game, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, narration. So I've been doing that, and my throat's been okay. But since I do live stream, my throat starts fucking playing up. Really weird. Why does my throat start going dry and croaky when I do a live stream, but it doesn't when I'm playing an online game? Fucking weird. Really weird. Let's say I've been getting a few bloody headaches lately. I'll tell you, the one I had last night, it felt like the whole of my skin was being pulled back and stretched. It's that bad, real bad migraine one. But a couple of times I thought I was going to pass out. Walked into the door nearly, having a dizzy spell. Some people probably say, "Oh, you should have rang up the ambulance," kind of thing. But there's people out there I've been calling 999 who's had like heart condition or strokes or something like that, and still been waiting like 7-8 hours for a bloody ambulance. And a couple of people have actually died from like waiting for ambulances. So I've always said, when it's time to go, it's time to go. You can't really stop yourself from pegging it, really, can you? When it's my time to go, I won't really give a shit, really, because I won't have to keep suffering all these bloody illnesses and mental illness and all that shit. Hello, homepage. Hope you don't get the flu going about. It really bad cough and sneezing, blocked up. No, I ain't got that. It's just like a sore throat, and I've got strepsils right next to me. I bought these about a week ago actually, because I bought them for Court when I was doing a jury service, and You know, although it's got 36 lozenges, that cost me £6, just under £6. So last night I put a packet up of these in my backpack for when I go, you know, for when the court starts up again, and you know, when I have to go back to the jury session. I say, you know, we go back on the 3rd, and they say, like, you know, hopefully, you know, the latest would be the 17th. So if anyone's working, you know, try to clear your log up until the 17th. If it goes any further, then they let us know, kind of thing. But we do get our travel costs given back to us, and like they also pay for our food, which is £5.50 for a meal each day, which ain't too bad. And if you don't buy a meal, they still give you the £5.50. So I did get a little bit of free extra money the other day. These ones are menthol ones. I wanted to get the strawberry or blackcurrant ones, but I know that sometimes the blackcurrant ones will make your throat more dry. So, you know, we was in a little bit of a rush that day because we was at court, and we only had like an hour dinner. And like, you know, I had to go and get dinner and everything. And me and mate, one of the jury guys, who's been quite good. You know, got to know him quite well. Not well, you know, like, you know, all his personal business, but we talk. And he walked down the shop with me, and you know, just get a bit of fresh air. But I think there's one of the days where it had been snowing and it was like really freezing cold outside. So there's me, like, you know, I've on the there's a form we have to write out, you know, fill out and give it to the court. So like the judge gets to read, you know, exactly, you know, what if there's any illnesses. And there's one time I went up there and I forgot my bloody glasses, didn't I? They were still in my backpack. And as we was coming in, I sat down. I thought, where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? I looked over the husher and I said, hey. And she came over and said, can I go and get my glasses? I've got my glasses. She goes, oh, I'll have to ask the judge. So she went over and goes, oh, is it okay if he quickly nips down and get his glasses? Because usually if one of the jurors go out, everyone got to go out, you know. But he said, yeah, okay, quickly run down and get them. And all the jurors sat there waiting for me. I thought, fucking tough shit, you know. I need my glasses, mate. Because, like, you know, you get so much evidence that you put in, you know, they give you, like, evidence that you have to read. But they go through the evidence, you know, themselves. And I tell you, there's a log there, man. Fucking, we've gone through that log about a dozen times, man. And it gets really boring going through this fucking log. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be reading that log anymore. But when we do the deliberation, we'll probably be going through the log ourselves, which we're not looking forward to. You know, they put a massive, great big screen in our jury room now. Well, they're doing it for every jury room. And there's no internet connected to it at the moment. But they did put like 4 little monitors in case we need to like view any kind of evidence. But I think they're going to remove those because they put this really big, like, you know, 56-inch or whatever it is, you know, on the wall in our jury office. And one of the jury girls in our group was able to like connect her phone to it and stream, I think it was one of the TV channels. And the husher comes, she goes, oh, you got TV? She goes, no, I'm just streaming it. She goes, oh, okay, fair enough. But as soon as she came through and said, oh, you got TV, she goes, well, don't get too comfortable. The judge wants you upstairs. And I thought, fuck, you know. It took the girl about, you know, 20 minutes to get it all, you know, connected to the big screen TV kind of thing. It's more like well, it's got TV on it, but there's no TV connected to it, so you can't get TV. But if it had internet, you could, you know, definitely probably like somehow, you know, just get the internet up. Or I think, you know, it's not like a PC. You could probably like Bluetooth it for your mobile phone. That's what a girl done actually. She was able to Bluetooth it and we started watching what was it? One of those bloody programs about buying and selling houses or whatever, that kind of crappy thing. But not heard from Rose. I don't know what Rose is doing. I need to find out why. I don't know. If she's not reading your messages, she should be reading your messages on what's the name. She's on my group, so and I've not really been on my group over the last couple of days. I did see your comment about being blocked, but I think I've been blocked half the time. YouTube sucks anyway. There's always problems with YouTube. And sometimes YouTube blocks you. No, I've not been on Roses for a while, actually, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I'm still a moderator or not. Ian, I don't know. I ain't seen Ian. Sometimes Ian comes in a bit later now than usual. Who's the one who's going to deliver the... I don't know. We haven't sorted that out yet. Because, there's still stuff to be done in the court. They've got to, the judge has got to, do these kind of stuff. Then, the prosecutor's going to do his kind of, roll up saying, well, I believe so, I believe they done that, and and I think you should find them guilty and all that kind of stuff. Then you got the defendant, barristers, and they go say, oh, no, you got to take in consideration, about the life that you're going to be ruining, and the families and the friends, they're of good character, all that shit, and there's three of them, 3 people who have got different barristers. So we got to hear from those, then we got to hear from the actual prosecutor, then the judge itself. So that's going to be a week. So from the 3rd, that could say hang on, from the 3rd, because we're going on Tuesday. That could carry on up until... Where's my Blake? Wait a minute. January. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then we got 7th and 8th off. So we still got from Tuesday, this Tuesday the 3rd, right? You got 1, 2, 3 weeks. So I reckon that could still go on for a couple of weeks. And then from I say Tuesday the 10th onwards will probably be our deliberation, maybe, to deliver our verdict. And in some cases, we could sit there and all kind of agree on a particular verdict within 5 minutes. But some cases could be weeks, even months long, kind of thing. If it's some kind of it's not a murder case, I'm going to say that for one thing, but if it's a murder case which had a serial killer or something like that, deliberation and verdicts could take weeks or even months before they even get to the final I can't even think of it. It could take weeks or even months before they decide if the person's going to be guilty or not guilty. The thing is with court cases, right? Yeah. When I was waiting to be called up, I said to the clerk, I said, "Oh, get me on a long case, please," because I'm suffering with a little bit of mental health issues and stress and depression, and a lot of that's just from my neighbours, causing all noise and problems upstairs. So I said, you can get me on the long one, I'll be very grateful. And I was sitting there for 3 days waiting for my name to be called out. And every time they start calling that a name, I thought, oh, am I going to be on this one? And like, there's about 6 cases that got called up, and there's still like, I think there's 18 of us still waiting. And like, when she said, like, you will be like, on the next case, so coming tomorrow, and then you're going to the court, but 18 of us would not actually be sitting there as jurors, because like, it's a maximum of 12 jurors, so there's going to be people who's not going to be picked to be a juror. Now there's 2 Stephens there, me and this other guy, and we got called in the court. We had to go to the public box. I was sitting there, right, and the clerk that actually sits in front of the judge, she starts calling names out. First one was a woman. Second one, I heard Stephen, and I thought, no, it ain't gonna be. And as soon as she said Morgan, I thought, yes, I'm on it, fucking great. And I knew by then it was going to be a long case. So when your name get called, you have to like come from the public section into the jury, and the number they call you is your number. Like if you're number 4, then you sit in the jury number 4 seat. So I can't give you my number, but I gave you a little bit of a hint there anyway. But it's not number 4. Right, Ian. So like got called up on it, and I've not been sick once. I have been feeling sick. There was times where, like the night before, I felt really rough, and I didn't know if I was going to turn up or not. But I thought no, because I don't want to let the other jurors down, and I don't really want the case to like prolong even longer, kind of thing. So no, every time I have been feeling a bit rough, a couple of times I've gone in, and my head has been killing me. Chronic headaches, and as long as the judge knows, you can take medication up with you as well. Like, I said to the husher, I said, look, I have asthma. What do I do if I need to take my asthma pump? If I start getting like queasiness in my breath and I feel like I'm going to have an asthma attack or something. So I'll just take it. The judge will know because he's going to read all your notes. And I put back, I do have mental health issues. I have like asthma, I have chronic headaches. Sometimes I might have dizzy spells, and a few other little bits and pieces. And as long as the judge knows about it, he's okay with it. But if you're sitting there and suddenly you become really violently ill, you just kind of like just put your hand up, and the husher will come over, and you just say, "I'm not feeling well," and she'll go up to the judge and say, "Oh, he's not feeling well," and they say, "Right, okay, take a little break." And if you feel better, let us know. If you don't, then what they do is they adjourn it until, you start feeling better. Because like, if I suddenly went sick for 2 days, the other jurors wouldn't be needed. That's like, right, he's going home sick. When we know that he's going to be okay, then we'll call you in by sending you a text message or something here. So if I was off for 4 days, the other jury members have to stay off for 4 days. So I didn't want that to happen, because I didn't want any of the other jury members to give me shit over it, But they all know that I'll get headaches, really bad headaches. So I had one a couple of weeks ago, and like, I actually put a note up and I said, it's okay if I just take some medication, because I've got a real bad headache. And I put that on the note. The husher came over, she goes to the judge, and the judge goes, okay, we need to take a break. And he looked over to me, he goes, you okay? I said, yeah. He goes, take a break, see how you feel. I thought, okay. So I just went out and took some medication. Started feeling okay within about 15 minutes. And, the husher came down and said, you okay? I said, yeah, I can carry on now. So, if you need a break, all you got to do is write it on a piece of paper and say, hey, we need a break. Including when you need like a coffee break or a pee break, you need to go to the bathroom. Because, even if like, if we went in, say like from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock, that's a 3-hour bloody like session, And I know sometimes the judge wants to probably want to go for a pee, or he thinks like, we need a coffee break or just like a normal break, and he'll pipe up and say, I think it's time for us for a break. And he has done that a couple of times, but a couple of times we've actually put a note up because, someone's up like cross-examining the witness, or, there's an argument, there hasn't actually really been any arguments between, the different barristers, prosecutor and defendants. There's one little misunderstanding, and just said, we're going to have to ask the jury to go out while they discuss it. Hour and a half later, we get called back in. So, but if they start disagreeing with things, right, and they say, we need to talk about this, it's a law matter, and sometimes, we might be sitting there for an hour, maybe 2 hours, waiting to be called up, and then either the hush will come down and say, they've not come to a conclusion. The judge has asked me to tell you to go home and come back tomorrow at whatever time, or the judge will call you up and say, I'm so sorry, but something's come up. They need to talk about certain things, and we're going to adjourn it until either tomorrow or whatever. It could be 2 days. So it's not an easy task, and I tell you, sometimes it can be fucking depressing. Very boring as well sometimes. Very boring. So don't think, being a juror is a cushy thing. It isn't. It's a new experience for me, yeah, but it can be very, very annoying, boring, and tiring, because when you do a full day, you're knackered. I know it seems a bit weird. All you're doing is sitting there and listening and taking notes. Yeah, but it's bloody tiring at the end of the day, I'll tell you. Really tiring. And I think I've probably written down more notes than I've ever done in my whole lifetime. You can't bring all this stuff home. It gets left in the court. So when they say, right, time to go home, you can't take nothing out from the court apart from, they allow you to take a bottle of water in. So you get thirsty, you can have a swig of water. They allow me to take my asthma pumping. But when they finish the day, the evidence and the notes you've written stays in the court. And I said to the husher before we came off the last time we was there, and we were told that don't come back till the 3rd. I said, what happens to the folders and the notes and things what if there's another case that comes into that same court? We'll just take all the paper and all the all the notes and folders out until that case is finished with, and they'll all be back on your desk before you come back. So they won't leave it there for another kind of case coming. They might even not even allow another case, another trial to go into the same court where you've got all your paperwork there. But I've written seriously 30. Well, one sheet. If you count one sheet as 2 sheets, yeah, 1, 2, right? 1, 2. So that's 2. To me, that's 2. That's one sheet. It's 2 pages. I've written fucking nearly 40 pages of notes, honestly. And there's people in there that's only written a couple of pages. So they keep it up in their head. I can't remember, so I just write all the notes down. Even the girl next to me, she's probably got about nearly a dozen pages. So when it comes to, the deliberation, when we're sitting there and we're talking about it, I've got to go through all my pages saying, hang a minute, what was that? Let me look, see what I wrote down. Because if I don't agree with something here, and all the others kind of agree, we've got to talk about it. We've got to say, well, why do I disagree? Why do they agree? All that shit. So that, a deliberation can take 5 minutes if we all decide whether they're all guilty or not guilty. It could take days, it could take weeks, it could even take months. So I'm not going to be sitting there, kind of making it delay and go on longer and longer and longer. Depends on the other jurors, Half of us might say, yeah, guilty, while the other half might say, not guilty. And it's still going to carry on until we all decide, as a particular group, we all agree they are either not guilty or they are guilty. Because you can't trial someone if like 7 people are saying they're guilty and the other 4 people are saying they're not guilty. Because I think that probably come to like a mistrial or something. And I don't really want to be going back there and listening to the same trial and going through all those fucking logs and evidence again. I tell you, man, it's so freaking boring. Especially when they're repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. It's like a fucking worn out record, just like constantly repeating itself. We've gone through logs several times, and some of the jurors go, please, not the logs again, please, not the logs again. We go up there and go to so and so page, and it's back to the fucking logs again. And we're all getting a bit bored and tired with these logs, Can't tell you what the logs are, but I will be able to after the case is finished with, because we can actually talk about it. But I think there might be law stating that we can't give out the people's names and the businesses and stuff like that, kind of thing. If they have if it is a business kind of thing, because we can get done for it, especially if it gets like aired and spoken about on YouTube. Now the good thing is, because sometimes we don't know who's going to be ill or not. Yeah, a couple of them decided to do a WhatsApp group. So now everyone in the jury is on the WhatsApp. So if someone's going to be sick, all they've got to do is text one of us and say, oh, can you tell that I'm not going to be in today or tomorrow because I'm not feeling well. Although they will probably still ring up the court, we can go in there and say, well, they're not going to be there tomorrow because they're not feeling well. Or, no, what they will probably do, they will ring up the court saying they're not going to be there, so they're not feeling well, but they send us all a message back, saying like, oh, sorry, group, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. So, be prepared that when you turn up, you're going to be sent back home. So they will let us know, everyone in the group will let us know what's happening. It's no good them ringing up and saying, they're not going to be feeling too good and not turning up, because we can be content of court for not turning up ourselves, It's killing me. Oh, thanks for that. Appreciate the $5 for a coffee. I don't know how it's still working, is it? Fucking hell. Blogger, PayPal, second channel. Have I got that on there? Don't know if I've got a coffee thing on there, have I? Let me go to my page. So should I have it up there? Got Reddit. Got Instagram. Patreon. Facebook. How did you send the coffee? I don't know how you do that. I don't think I've got a coffee thing. Oh, PayPal. All right, let me check PayPal. I don't really use PayPal anymore. I don't think I've got anything in PayPal because what's the name? I don't sell nothing on eBay anymore. I just got so fed up with the bullshit that was going on. And having to keep ringing up the DWP saying, it's my own personal belongings I'm selling. And they already said, well, we know that, you don't worry about it. But I just don't bother with it anymore. Now, I've got shitloads of stuff I do need to get rid of, but I'd rather get to my sister, let her sell it, and then she'd give me half of what she sold it for. But I've not sorted anything out at the moment. And I don't know if this is going to work on my phone, actually. I might have to go on to Yeah, it's not taking my password on this one. I'll have to go on to PayPal through here, I think. I think someone tried hacking with PayPal earlier in the year, and I couldn't log in, and I had to contact them. And then I know the password on it. Won't let me bloody do anything. Right. No, it's working now. Update. Oh no, it's asking me for a fucking text. I hate these bloody I think I'll probably down right. No. Might be that one. There we go. Probably wouldn't have got the full five anyway. Probably only get like £3.75. £4.55, so they take 50p off. But appreciate that, bruv. Or sis. Actually, I need to go and get some milk tomorrow because I've run out of milk. I'm using those coffee sachets at the moment. Right, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. My son's supposed to be like getting me a new gaming chair, and I sent him an email, a Facebook message last week. I said, can you get it for me? Because like they've got it and like it'll be delivered before I go to court. He's not even read the message because he's been too busy working. Being a manager of a shopping store. He's probably doing a lot of overtime and everything, and maybe just had time to read my message. But there's a chair I want to get hold of, like a gaming chair with a built-in back massager. It's £130, I think, plus £10 shipping. I was going to actually buy it myself because I got some money from my mum for Christmas and my birthday. I could actually just buy it myself, but my son said, no, I want to buy it for you. But it's just waiting for him to pull his finger out his butt and get it for me. So he knows that this chair squeaks like crazy. As you can hear. I hate those, like, a second, those ones where they say, like, you got your password, and they say, like, authentication, two-step authentication kind of thing. So, like, once you go and want to log in, you can't log in until a text message gets sent to your phone and it says, are you so-and-so? And, like, you just click yes, then it actually logs you in through that way. But on my, Reddit, it kept asking me for the second, like, authentication, which would not work whatsoever. So there's another way of doing it where you get, like, you go into your settings and you get, like, 10 codes that you just, like, put on Notepad and, like, you save it as a document file. So when you go to log in on Reddit, as soon as you enter your name and password, it'll ask you for one of those codes. And I noticed that some of the codes, you copy them down, you save them, and half the codes never bloody worked. So I took that off. I took that off the options. So I just like using normal username and password on Reddit now. My Twitter account, my gaming one, got hacked. and I've asked them to sort it out, but they never got back to sorting it out. The only one that's working is the one which works under this account, Southwest Ghost one. So I just posted all my gaming ones on that one. My Facebook's been okay. But yeah, all I've been doing is the gaming really. You know, like I done a video the other day, like saying like, you know, what I kind of think about cheating in games. Like if you're cheating, because like if you're playing a certain game, like, you know, like I play Subsistence and Miss Survival. They're the only two games I'm playing at the moment. My other game, Hunter Call of Wild, I updated that the other day. As soon as I started playing it, the whole damn game crashed out on me. I don't know why. So, but when I'm playing Subsistence or Miss Survival, you know, I tend to keep getting fucking killed all the time. You know, so I use like WeMod for unlimited life. Not all the time, but sometimes. If I'm doing building and everything, you know, I don't turn any of the cheats on. But if I'm going out and I want to shoot the fucking bandits, and I don't want to get killed in the process, and I put like unlimited life on. But in Subsistence, when you're building, I've got the hunters turned off, but the rogue is still there, and they can like, you know, just come around your camp and shoot the shit out of you. So sometimes I might put unlimited health on that one. But when you're building, it's so much, you know, getting all that kind of provisions, you know, like you got to keep going around chopping all the wood. You got to find ores, metal ores. You got to find like weapon parts. You got to find food, you know, to survive. You do your hunting, shoot the bears, the moose, the wolves. But you know, trying to find all those building materials is so hard, you know, especially when you go down into the underwater caves. You know, you've got roads down there. They can shoot the shit out of you because like they just shoot through the fucking walls and you're dead. You know. So I done a video last night saying like, I don't really agree with cheating, but if you're just doing it, you know, that, you know, on a game that isn't in one way affecting other people, then I can't see what the problem is. But when you're doing it to win like a competition and there's money involved, then no, I don't agree with cheating like that. No, even with when I was playing Arma 2 DayZ mod, you know, I could spawn in anything I wanted on my own server, you know, kind of thing. But you know, you still had people coming in hacking and like doing their own shit, you know, which they weren't supposed to do, but they still did it. But I was just saying, like, you know, if you're cheating on your own game, you know, just to get those supplies and resources in, you know, I can't see what the point, you know, I can't see there's no real kind of like cheating going on, really. So all you're doing is spawning in the items that you need. But when you're doing it, you know, like, you know, to win money or prizes, and that's what I don't like. So, you know, so I've not really been doing much. I've just been doing like some online gaming, yeah, but not streaming them. I did do one on the gaming channel a little while ago, Miss Survival, but it came out a bit shitty, really. It was only a 20-minute test video through StreamYard, but the game came out kind of like a little bit blocky and laggy. So, you know, after 20 minutes, I just turned it off. And I thought, you know what, I might do a quick stream on here. I didn't realise what the bloody time is, like 11:30. Jesus Christ, man. Look up wheat bags for microwaves, no good for heating. I don't use water bowls. Yeah. Water bowls I don't use. Yeah, I had to test my mic the other day because I was using my ice mic and it was like kept going really quiet. Sometimes people saying, "Oh, you need to sort your mic out; it's too crackly and all that kind of shit." Yeah, so I started using my webcam mic, and it seemed to like work a bit better. Then I found my other mic, which I'm using now, being that one. That one. Where is it? That one now. And that one seems to be okay. So I've done a little test video on that one, and that seemed to work all right on it. It wasn't breaking up, it wasn't crackly. I could hear myself over the game. I had to turn the game volume down a little bit. There was like on the other one, like a feedback as well on the other mic. On this one, it's kind of crackling. This has fallen on the floor so many times. No wonder it ain't working properly. But you know, I decided to take that off. I found that other one and I put it on, and I've done a quick game test on it, and it seems to work okay. No problem with it. Well, it won't fall down because it's actually got a proper stand on it. That one's got one of those tripod stands, and that's why it kept falling down all the time. It actually fell down. It hit my button on the computer, shut my bloody computer down not long ago, a couple of weeks back. Thought it blew my fucking computer up. I thought, shit, what's happening here? And I thought, I'll turn it on. You know, just pushed the on button, and it came back on. I can't even remember how much I paid. I think I paid about, originally when they first came out, well, not even when they first came out, I think I paid about 90 quid for that one. And the other one was about 60. So I did put on my other video when I was testing like I said, if anyone knows any good microphones, let me know, you know, around about 50 quid mark. And there are some good ones for around about that price, but I didn't want to buy another one unless I knew this one wasn't working. And it's got like on top it's got like a switch with 4 different filters. And I thought I'd test that out, and I did on the live stream. And setting number 2 seems to be better than the other ones. So I'll catch it on setting 2. If I want to mute it, then I can mute it. So if I mute it on here on StreamYard, I can't get the bloody thing back up and running again. So I don't tend to like mute myself if I'm streaming. And this one's got like the noise popper, what they call it, or the spit thing. Like, I know people sometimes when they do talk, they kind of like spit in the microphone. So I've got that there. I've got a spare one of these. So if I'm talking to it and I cough and all my gums comes flying out, it won't go on the mic, it'll just go on this. Then all you got to do is like give it clean. But, yeah, not a bad little mic. It's not like, you know, one of the really good, decent ones. I was looking on Amazon the other day for a good mic, as I say. And like, you know, one for like proper streaming, hundreds and hundreds of pounds, man. You're talking like several £100 for one, you know. And that, you know, it's got mic boost, gain boost, mic boost, and filters, and God knows what else. I think, bloody hell, man, I ain't going to pay that much money for one of those. Because this computer I've got, I bought this March this year. And, you know, it's been okay. It's only like got 250 gig SSD. I had to go through that yesterday. I uninstalled some bits and pieces because I only had like 50 gig left on it. And I knew that when you're actually doing videoing and you're kind of like videoing the game, so I use the software that comes with Nevada, which you can actually record your gaming with, yeah. And when that's actually writing, it's writing it into like a background folder, like your temp folder. And sometimes it doesn't clear it all out. So I had to uninstall a few bits and pieces yesterday, and I think, well, what the fuck's going on here? You know, like the other day you had 70 gig left on it, you know. Now it's only got less than 50. So I uninstalled a couple of programs, done some like a little kind of like system, kind of like, well, I've got System Mechanic, and I've got what's the other one? Advanced System Care and CC Cleaner. So I ran all those, and it still didn't really clear anything. So I just kept like uninstalling a few bits and pieces. There was a game that I installed called Evergreen Prologue, which is like a bit of a survival game as well, but it's like in its early beta version. You know, can't really do much in it. You know, you can build, but that's about it. You know, go to like a little petrol garage and buy some bread to keep to keep you alive, and that was it. That's all you could do on it. Couldn't really go out hunting or shooting and any other kind of stuff in the game. So once I played it for about an hour, I thought, I've played it for an hour, I've done one quick video on it. Don't know if I'm going to ever play it if it does come out in a full version. I uninstalled that, but that was actually installed on my D drive where all my Steam games are installed. And I'll be honest with you, all I've got on my Steam games is like Arma 2, Operation Arrowhead, DayZ mod, Subsistence, and my Survival. They're installed in my Steam folder, but the Steam folder is actually installed on my D drive, so it's not actually taking up anything on the C drive. But after doing a bit more cleaning up, I was able to get it back up to like 90 gig spare disk space. So I think the lower your disk space is, if you've got like 20 gig or 50 gig, that can muck around with your video quality. Like set down like 1080, you might knock it down to 720 because of the disk space and whatever it takes. But I've got 90.9 gig of disk space left on the C drive out of 220 gig. Now I could have got a bigger hard drive, SSD drive for this computer, but I'd have to pay like another 100 plus on top of it, And this, as it is, this computer cost me 700 quid. And I can show you what this setup is. If you hold on. Hold on a minute. System. I'll have to drag that over here if it moves. Percent share screen. So this has got like an Intel Core i5-10400, which is supposed to be better than some of the i7 ones. Yeah, it's got 16 gig of RAM in it, 64-bit operating system, which is Windows 11. The actual hard drive, I don't know if I can get into that actually. Device manager. Come over to that thing. Got to drag that over there. It cost me like 700 because like the graphic card in there was better than the one I've got. The other one had like a really shitty one, GT710. And I kept doing a lot of reviews, and I saw like the GTX 1650. You had like different versions. You've got the GTX 1650 Ti and 1650, and the 1650 Super. I was going to go for the Super, but that again would have been like an extra 150 quid. So I just like got the normal 1650. I think I've got a little bit of problem. No, I might have a little bit of problem with these, but the processor, I'll say like Core i5. Disk drives. I'll close those down. I've got one 2 terabyte one. The system came with a 2 terabyte being that one, and then 1 terabyte also installed. And this is a 2 terabyte one, which I put in and just partitioned it into like 4 separate drives. And I say all my games are under the Steam library. So I've got like Hunter Corner Wild, Subsistence, My Survival, DayZ, which is the DayZ mod, Operation Arrowhead, and Arma 2. That's all the games I've got installed. Got no games installed at all at the moment. I could install more, but you know, do my earplugs work? Well, when I put them on, if I'm not at court, well, I can't put my earplugs in when I'm at court the next day. So I won't hear the alarm clock, and I'll overlay, and I'll be in shit. Probably be like fined for attempt to court for not turning up. But when I'm not at court, like the other day, you know, before they actually went away for a few days, there was a lot of noise, and it was going on, you know, throughout the night. And I thought, fuck this shit, and I just put my earplugs in, and you know, I didn't hear a damn thing. I heard one big bang from them where someone fully jumped off the bed, you know, around about 7 o'clock in the morning. But I just like kind of went, yeah, okay. And I just went back to sleep. Because it's these little ones I use. And these are like, you know, you can actually reuse these. These are like, you know, washable. And I just like, when I go to bed, if I know they're in, like, you know, and they're going to be the next day, I just like fucking shove them in the ear. And that's it, you know. I don't hear fucking diddly squat half the time. So I've only heard maybe 1 or 2 big bangs off them. And that's it. They can be kind of uncomfortable because of the bit sticking out. So you stick that in and it kind of like gets caught up in this bit here, you know, just underneath the earlobe, under this bit, not that bit, this bit here. Get stuck under there and it can be a bit uncomfortable. But once you fall asleep, you don't realise it's uncomfortable. And like, you know, I've only woken up probably once or twice in the morning, just go to the bathroom, still wearing them. I can't even, well, I can hear the toilet being flushed, but it's like, you know, it's quiet flush, not like the loud flush it does, you know. Hello, hologram show. Did I hear the news? What news? No. I don't really watch the news. I get a lot of shit on the news, about the news on my mobile. Sometimes read it, sometimes I don't. I don't like wearing headphones though. I can't wear headphones. I've got like about 4 pairs of headphones and I can't really wear them. Got 2 with the microphones on and 2 without the microphones. And if I put them on, it just feels like my ears start getting hot and really sweaty and itchy. You know, it's really irritable. And I know you can get ones which are, you know, like, I suppose, like non-sweatable and like non-itchable. But you've got, you know, it's fucking big bucks you're paying for it. And I'm not going, you know, I'm not going to put headphones on because of the fucking noise up there. Now sometimes I shout, "Shut the fuck up, will ya?" I'll go out and bang on the wall myself for, you know, 1 or 2 times, you know. Don't really take much notice, you know. They just go on doing the fucking whatever they want to fucking do, you know. They don't worry about me. But I am actually thinking about seeing the solicitor actually, because like Housing Association, they've done fucking shit. Not one thing. You know, I put a complaint in, got 2 emails from a woman saying you should look into it. Never heard from her since. And the app they give you to download, you only get like a 30-second recording. And I've got probably about 50 recordings on there. Not one of them has been reviewed. They're all still pending review. So I am going to be ringing them up in the new year. And I am going to have a real big row with the Housing Association. And I'm going to say, if you don't do something, you're not going to get my rent. You know, they say, well, we don't get your rent. We'll, you know, send you a letter demanding you to leave. I say, well, you do that then. Because I'll tell you one thing here. I'll be fucking seeing you in court. And I will. I'll take them to court and I'll take them fuckers to court. Because like the Housing Association is supposed to be doing something about it and they're not. I know on their web page they say, like, you know, on that antisocial thing, yeah, like we can't get involved with like noisy kids and like that kind of stuff here. But when you've got mental health issues and it's affecting your mental health, they should be looking after that person who's got mental health issues. And she should not be having 7 people living up there in a 1-bedroom fucking flat. Because that's overcrowding. That's against the law. And the council don't do fuck all about it. So yeah, I'm thinking about looking for, because I can get legal aid. I'll just go to find a solicitor who can advise me and see if I can prosecute them for like noise disturbance or something, A couple of times I felt like writing a note on the door, but I know they'd probably just like rip it up and come down and scream and shout at me, telling me mind your own business. Like, I fucking saved her life one time. I'm sure of it, because like there was one time I had things being smashed upstairs. Yeah, this going back a few years ago. I thought, what the fuck's going on up there? And you could hear her screaming and shouting. I thought she'd been murdered. So I grabbed my walking stick, because I've got a walking stick, and I went up there, and the door was open. I knocked on the door, and this guy came and goes, "Yeah, what?" I said, "Well, I can't see what the fucking noise is." I said, "It sounds like someone's being murdered." He goes, "No, it's all right, mate." And I looked, and she was being pinned to the fucking bed. And he goes, "Oh, we're just holding her down, mate. She's she's lost her temper, and, she's throwing things around, and we're just kind of like calming her down." He goes, "Don't worry about it. So it sounded like someone been fucking murdered. Lucky I called the police." He goes, "No, you don't need to do that, mate." He goes, "We're just calming her down. We're going to talk it out." And the next morning, they knocked on my door and apologised, didn't they? Thought, yeah, and since then, since she had the last two kids, which are 3 years old, it's been like living with neighbours from hell. Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't work. I ain't got speakers to stick on the wall anyway. And the night is standing out in the fucking freezing cold on the balcony, holding up my bloody, what's the name, mobile phone, because they don't have their windows open at night time anyway. The only way I'll probably be able to do it is get like some really big stereo speakers and connecting it to my mobile phone. But I'm not going to be spending that money to shut them up. So I'm gonna probably wait until the new year after the court case has been over and done with, and I'll probably see if I can seek some legal action. And I'll also contact the housing association and say, "Look, you ain't fucking doing nothing. What are you doing about this shit?" They've got copies of the letter that me new doctor wrote, saying that he's concerned about my mental health and that things need to be sorted out, like kind of like directly straight away. And I ain't done nothing. My kitchen light's fucked. Tried to fix that myself, actually, because it's one of those big round LED ones, which got like those little kind of square LEDs, small ones. That took me an hour to try to put back together, and it still didn't work. So I rang them up and told them, I need someone to fix it. So the woman I spoke to goes, "Yeah, we'll get someone within 24 hours. And she goes, "We'll email you, the information of what time I come around." Well, I never got an email, so I rang them back up. She goes, "Oh, well, I cancelled." I said, "Well, I cancelled it." She goes, "Well, apparently it's not an urgent matter." I said, "So you expect me to stand in the kitchen cooking my dinner in the pitch black?" She goes, "Well, can't you get a little lamp?" I said, "That's more costly out of my pocket. Are you going to pay for it?" "Oh, no, we shouldn't be fixing, your light anyway. It's down to you to put a new light bulb in." So she goes, "Well, let me put you on to someone else." And this other person, she was a lot more better. Although we was on the phone for an hour, she kept trying to get different engineers to come round, but she couldn't get a time or booking. But she eventually did get one, and she said the 17th. I said, "Oh, I can't do the 17th. She goes, "Why is that?" She goes, so I told her, I said, "I'm a court jury, and it goes up to the 17th, and I can't take that day out just with electrician." So she said, "Oh, what? Then we'll do it on the 19th. So no light in the kitchen until the 19th of next month." You've been fed. Be quiet. Bloody cat. So I ended up buying this light, thinking it'd be battery. I changed the colours, and you download an app. It's not battery, it's mains. So instead of sending about kettle, So I was thinking about doing this light. But I thought, no, if this light, if I fuck around this light, I might bloody go and electrocute myself or something, So I thought I'll keep it. So when the engineer does come round, he says he can't get the bulb or he hasn't got one in stock. I just say, all right then, I'll tell you what, take that piece of shit down and put this one up. Because it only takes the live neutral cable on it. It's like a little slot. It'd take him 5 minutes to do it. It's like going out and looking for a bulb if you can't get a bulb. Then I bought one of these little lights for the kitchen for now. And that's remote control. And it changes the colours as well. It's got like about 8 different colours. Now, it's got remote control display here. So that's the colours it can change to. But I'm not going to get it because it's in the kitchen. And if I bring it here, I'll probably keep forgetting to take it back out. All you've got to do, without using the remote control, it's got like a little touch feature on top. So all we got to do is touch it and it changes colour. So if I want it blue, I just touch a couple of times until it goes blue. If I want to go back to white, keep tapping until it goes white. That cost me 13 quid. That cost me 30 quid. 30. I'm still waiting for my son to buy me a bloody chair. So I know you've got to have to suffer with a chair squeaking, but my son did say he was going to buy me one. No, I've got the money to buy one myself, but it's going to take up to 2 weeks for it to be delivered. Plus I've got to pay the postage. My son said, no, don't buy it, I'll buy it for you. Well, I've emailed him on Facebook. He's not got back to me yet. So maybe you might thinking, well, wait until you finish your court case on the 17th, then we'll order one. So it might come a little bit quicker then. Might even get it a little bit cheaper on the January sale or something. But it's going to cost 140 quid because it's like I'll show you what it's like if I can find it. Let me go to Amazon. It's actually got like a built-in back massager as well. Likes. So this is the microphone I was looking at the other night in case this one didn't work. So I was thinking about getting one of those ones, but I don't like those like fucking stick legs, But I was looking at this one because it's got like a footrest, leg rest, and I like the colour, and that's like 115 quid with free delivery. Then we was looking through them and we saw this one. I said, oh, that looks nice. It's only a little bit more expensive, 122, but it's got like a massage. This is like a back massager. Run it off USB, I think, by the looks of things. So, having that, I'm a bit, like if that's USB, then they'll have to be connected to my PC, I suppose. Or I could like use my USB bank charger and just connect it onto that. That's actually got like a leg stool as well. And that's how far it goes out. So I could just like lay here and relax and have the back massager going on my back if I wanted to. But that's £122, but there's like £10.50 delivery. The dates have gone down because when I looked on the date the other day, it said the 15th or the 16th. But now it says 5th to the 6th. So the 5th and the 6th, when's that? Thursday, Friday. But I'll probably get it as a weekend delivery anyway. My son did say, like, he'd get it and bring it round. I said, no, just like, well, it's up to you. Because he said, like, you know, he'd put it together for me. But I said, well, I can put it together. You know, I'm not that thick, you know, kind of thing. But you know, if you want to get it and have it delivered to your house and then bring it round, it's up to you. You know, you're the one who's buying it for me. I've had her 8 years. 8 fucking years. And she's still a pain in the goddamn arse. She still shits on the floor. She still meows. She still asks for food when the bowl's fucking filled up with food. And when I pick her up and give her a cuddle for a little while, she'll sit on my lap for about 5 minutes and jumps off. Sometimes she'll come down here and I'll stroke her like for a little while. And then like she'll just like get up and walk away. I think, what's the point of fucking stroking? You don't want to be stroking those stupid cat. And like she I think it's like with this cat, right? Seriously, honestly, yeah, she still runs around like a little kitten. I don't think the childness in this cat has ever grown to like an adult cat. Like, you know, I say like that because I think every adult we still have our little kind of like kiddie thing in us, you know, a little childish little kind of behaviour, just like animals, you know. And I think her childish like antics have not come out of her. They're still in her because like she running that in and out, you know, drive me bonkers. She'll puke up out there and I've got to go and clear the fucking shit up. Because she's always washing herself. She'll eat, then she'll wash, then she'll eat, wash and eat. And she gets all these like mothballs and she just keeps coughing them up and it's just gross, man. Fucking gross. But, you know, animals will be animals, I suppose. I can understand when she needs to take a number 2, you know. But when she takes a shit, half the time it fucking stinks. I know some air when we go to take a shit, sometimes it stinks, but hers, Christ, you know, fuck me, worse than mine. I'll be honest, her shit stinks worse than mine sometimes. I'd go out there with an air freshener saying, you dirty little shit, you know, half a can of air freshener. What? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want? What do you want? You little shit ass. Look, you're still fucking molting up. That's why I don't pick you up. You never stop molting. What is wrong with your coat? You molt. All for the year, you molt. I'm surprised you still got hair on you. Because look, I do that. And look, I could probably, with the hair I get off you, I could probably fucking, if I knew how to do knitting, I could probably knit myself a fucking jumper with all the hair that comes off your bloody coat. Maybe I could knit. Maybe I could knit. Maybe I could knit a fucking coat for you. Little shit ass. Buy those piranha biscuits food. Nah, I ain't gonna keep buying no different food. Like I used to buy a lot of those like Kit Kat pouches. I still got the load out there actually. No, I mean, you know, they're still like okay for the next 6 or 7 months. But she really eats all that soft food. So I don't really give her soft food anymore. I just give like, you know, cat biscuits and them little cat treats, you know. And she'll eat the cat treats before she'll eat her biscuits. Because they like those ones which like help with her teeth and that, her gums. And you cost me a fucking fortune in those, you are. When those bags are like, you know, 2 kilo whiskers cost me like £5.50. I know they might last, you know, 3 or 4 weeks, but you know, cat litter, biscuits, treats. She does need a new scratch frame, but I'm not going to buy one yet. I ain't got the money for it anyway. Because if my son don't buy that chair, I'm going to buy it. Because I really do need a chair urgently. You know, this couple of times I've leaned over and I feel like I'm going to fall on the fucking chair. Because, like, you know, it's so wonky, this chair is sometimes. I won't throw it away. I'll probably throw that one away and let her have this one. Why do cats purr? Why are you purring? Let me see your nails. Not your whiskers are fucking long. Meow, meow, meow. Just don't like that. Just don't like your whiskers being pulled. They purr when they're happy. She purrs when she's happy. She purrs all the time. Well, she don't purr all the time. Like, you know, when I get up, if she's near me and I get up, she pelts out that door. It's like she thinks I'm going to like shatter her. And I do shatter her sometimes. You know, and shouting does not harm a cat. When you beat the fucking animal, then that's when they think, like, okay, I'm not going anywhere for the next couple of days. So I think animals do sense when you're getting angry. And I suppose, like, in one way, they won't come near to you. Now, if I was beating that cat up, like people said in the past, she wouldn't fucking come near me. She'd be dead by now. Yeah, but I don't beat my cat, like, you know, if she shits somewhere, I might slap on the backside like you would with a kid. I don't beat the fucking thing. And you can see she's happy. Sometimes she'll go under the chair. Why she goes under the chair, I don't know. But she goes under the chair quite a bit. Sometimes she'll sit on the chair. Or sometimes she'll sit on the windowsill. But I know she definitely does need a new scratch frame, which I can't afford to buy at the moment. They're bloody expensive. Cat frames about 40, 50 quid each for a decent one. The one I last bought was only like about 20 quid and they don't last fucking 5 minutes. So I'm kind of going, guys. Nearly midnight and I'm getting tired. I just thought I'd do a quick one. Half hour and it's been an hour and a half nearly. No, I'm not being milk detecting for 2 months actually. Yeah, about 2 months. Because when I went back up to my landowner, you know, we had that hot summer, didn't we? No, actually, it just started down the downpour. Because he said he didn't want me up there because the ground was too hard. And he was worried about the ponies tripping over any holes that I might dig. So, you know, I left his area for quite a while, actually. I did get some permissions on a new farm. And when I did go up there, I was speaking to the landowner. I said, you know, can I do some milk detecting there? Because, you know, it's like soften up the ground. He said, yeah, okay. But I was talking to his owner. I was talking to his helper, and she said that she'd been talking to the person who just recently gave me permission to milk detect in me's land. And she only goes and turns around and she goes, oh, he sold it or he's selling it, so you won't be able to go down there and milk detect because the new owners probably won't let you do it. I thought, fucking great, you know, you don't give me this bad news. I've only gone down there like 3 times. So, you know, I said to her, you know what, I'm still going to go down there. You know, he hasn't told me I can't milk detect on there. You know, maybe that he's kind of like letting the land instead of sold it. Because I know he can't, not my owner, like the one, but this other one, George, the new one. He hasn't contacted me to say I can't go down there. And if I go down there in the new year to milk detect and someone comes up to me and says you can't milk detect, I'll say, well, who are you? Are you George? And if they say no, I say, well, George told me I'm okay to do it. And they say, well, I've bought the land. I say, well, you tell George to contact me, then I'll come off the land. Or you show me that you've got proof that you've bought the land, then I'll come off it. But until I get told otherwise, I'll be going back down there. Now, there is another farm I can do. Well, it's not a farm, it's just like a little field. and that's got like green waste on it. I know that because there's so much shit on there, so much iron, steel, nails, bolts, screws, fucking God knows. So I ain't going to be doing that one. But I can still do Ron's anyway. He's okay with that. But next year, I will be doing some more bushcrafting because my shelter needs to be repaired. It's falling apart. A little oven, a little stove thing, that needs to be repairing. There's water coming through the roof like crazy, so that needs to be repaired. A couple more tarps stuck up on there. I need to go around and possibly mud pack it again. So that means like finding a lot of mud to like fill in all the holes and gaps, and I probably might have to get some more what's that bloody thing called? Insulation stuff, which you put in the attic. Probably have to buy another roll of that and stick all that through the gaps and everything again before I mud pack it. Repair the bit where the stove is where I do my cooking. That all went up in flames not long ago, near enough. You know, great big fucking great big long thick red amber. I thought the whole thing was going to catch on fire, so I had to like throw water on that. Anyway, I can't do nothing until this court case is over and done with. So that might not be until towards the end of January anyway. I'm hoping to go out and do some stuff in February, March time. I do need to go back up ones to get my wildlife cam memory card to see if there's anything captured on that. And while I'm up there, I might do a little bit of repair work. Now, I've got like 5 milk detectors, you know, kind of thing. But I'm kind of like, it's like with all hobbies, really. You kind of like go out and do that hobby, then eventually you start getting a little bit bored of it, and then you want to do something completely different. But you don't leave that hobby. You know, you've always got it in your mind and think, well, you know, I'll give it a little break and start doing it again in a few months or 6 months or next year or something, you know, kind of thing. So I'm not going to give up milk detecting because I, you know, fucking money I put in milk detecting. It's unbelievable. The last one was like 200 odd quid, I think it was. I think it was 265, I think, that milk detector. I can't remember. Let me see. Might be on my orders. Search all orders. Milk detector. Okay, so the one I bought is not on there. But there is one other one, a TX, which they've done in 200 price on that one now. TX, which is the rip-off China ones to the Technonics. That cost 160. Yeah, because I bought like 2 milk detectors this year. But the one I was looking at isn't new anymore. Can't remember what the one is called. Not the Technonics one. I've put them in the living room now because I started sorting out in the living room. Because there's so much stuff in not in the living room. Yeah, I put them in the living room because there's so much stuff in the kitchen. I thought if the electrician was going to come down, you know, he needs to get access to the kitchen. So I've just been dumping stuff everywhere, you know, kind of thing. And I thought, right, the kitchen definitely needs to be done because otherwise, you know, he's not going to get a step ladder or even the chair in now. So I cleared all that out, and I also like sorted out the kitchen cabinet tops and sorted all that out. The only thing I've got in the kitchen now is like my little shopping trolley, my backpack. What washing soda and the old washing liquid, which is on the floor. So I can't get them into the cupboard because there's too many plates and cutlery in there. Went in boots are in there. Just cut the bits on the floor, I need to mop the floor yet as well. But I bought a new mopping bucket not long ago. I've not used it yet. Because I've just been too bloody busy. People say, well, you're not busy there, get up off your fucking ass and do it. Well, I can't. I need the strength, and I don't have the strength half the fucking time. Three guys just got busted and sent to jail and stole £3 million worth of fines, Roman fines, gold coins and jewelry and stuff like that. They started selling it on the black market, and they never gave the farmer anything out of it. So they've just been busted. I think that was up Yorkshire. And they're doing 3 years each in prison, I think. And they got to pay £1 million back. They did actually recover some of the stuff, but the stuff they sold on the black market, they can't get back. I did have not a drone, but I'd if you go back on my videos, 2012, I think 2012, 2013, I bought one of those little helicopters which had a little camera on it, and I tried playing with that. I took it over to a cemetery actually, and I was doing some filming of the cemetery when I was doing a little investigation over there, which is over near Croydon, and I wasn't that brilliant at the damn thing. And I hit the wrong way, and it just went the old James Bond movie where the old helicopters go crashing down, smashed it into pieces. I thought, shit, fuck it. But no, I'm not really into drones. I've always thought about getting one. I saw one in Croydon shopping centre one time, which is no longer there, this particular shop. And they had some there, but they didn't have the actual cameras on them. And they was about 50, 60 quid. The one with the cameras 100 quid. And I thought, nah, I'm not paying 100 quid for it, no way. I know the drones have gone down in price, but I've never thought about getting one. Not long ago, when I was over this Mitcham Common, I was doing some videoing over there, and some guy had a drone over there, and he's done a fucking dive bomb. It went flying into the ground, smashed into pieces. I've walked over, picked up. This guy's coming down. He goes, "You haven't seen my drone, mate?" I said, "Yeah, I think this is it." And it's all in bits. He goes, "Fuck it." He goes, "I've just bought that bastard." Oh, well, never mind. Got to be a bit more careful, mate. I know these one. I think you can get replacement parts for it. Replacement wings and all that shit. But no, I don't think a drone would be my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I think if I was going to go into any other kind of hobby, I used to like taking photography, like photos. I've got, God knows how many cameras knocking around. I bought a load of fucking cameras off the car boot fair when I was in car boot fairs. I didn't give them cameras away, actually, because I had too bloody many. But if I was going to do anything else, I don't think there is anything else I want to do, actually. If I had the money, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of travelling. Put the cat in a fucking cat zone for a few months and travel around a little bit. And take me tent, go camping. And actually camping in camping sites. And not in, lonely old creepy fucking woodlands. It'd be like a proper camping site. And just travel around and just do some videos. Because I do like doing kind of little nature walks, but you just got to be careful nowadays, there's so much fucking crime around. I don't want to be walking in the woods and putting a tent up and fucking end up being, having my throat slashed or, chopped up in pieces from some fucking weird place fucking lunatic, you know. When I built my camp up at Ron's, yeah, I always said I was always scared about being out there in the dark on my own. And I said to you guys, I ain't gonna confront my fears. I'm actually gonna stay over there for one night. And I actually did it, and it wasn't too bad. No, because like your brain isn't tuned into the noises which are outside. Your brain is tuned into the surroundings, which is with you every single day in your home. You can hear cars, you can hear people talking, you can hear kids screaming, playing, banging, all that shit. Yeah, but when you're outside, it's a completely different atmosphere. And when I went out there and slept over there that one particular night, I was kind of like freaked out a little bit. I was scared, but I got a little bit of sleep, but I thought, yeah, this ain't too bad. Then I've done it another time. Then I've done a 2-night one. So I went up there during the daytime, stayed overnight, stayed there for the rest of the day, then stayed overnight, and went home early the third morning. Did that twice. Then last time I'd done it, can't remember when the last time I'd done it, earlier in the year, I'd done it again. And I'll tell you, the last time I'd done it was really weird. I'm laying there on my bench bed, yeah. It's still not comfortable, but you've got like 2 roll mats, you've got your sleeping bag. I'd be bugging it over me so like no mosquitoes or bugs would like fly in my face and scare the shit out of me. You feel like something's like running across your face. So like the last time I was there, it was a bit freaky. Because it sounded like drums. It sounded like, someone's drumming something, Then you heard like a wailing noise, which I couldn't understand. Didn't know what the fuck it was. Then later it sounded like a woman screaming. And like, it kind of got closer and closer, this woman's scream. I thought, what the fuck? And every time I stayed up there, yeah, I always had my bushcraft knife. I had an axe. I had a splitting axe. I even bought a machete to take up there as well, which is still up there. I bought a machete, and all those were right beside me. So if anyone tried kicking in my door, first thing would go with my fucking heavy splitting axe. If that missed, it'd be my normal axe. If that missed, it'd be my bushcraft knife. If that missed, come you fucker. Fuck with my machete. And the machete's that big, kind of thing. I would have got up and fucking like. But no, my luck. I'll probably still end up fucking like slaughtered and had my head chopped off and end up in someone casserole bowl. Oh, I said there might be a mad axeman up there. Because you've got to also realise that where my bushcraft is, no more than probably like 50, 60 metres, which ain't that far, there's the public woodland. And when, in autumn, when all the leaves fall down, and all the trees are kind of empty, people walking through the woodlands can see the back of my bushcraft, especially the tarps. So, I don't know what condition it's in. Last time I went up there, I knew that there's a lot of, we had a lot of rain. It had been leaking. It was all on the bed bench because I had like 4 tarps on there. I had to scoop all the water out. So when I go up there, I've got to do that. There's holes in like the gaps of the wall because where it's been raining quite a lot, it's kind of like washed away these like little gaps. So that needs to be redone. And I won't sleep up there until I know that that shelter has been like covered over again with like mud and insulation, maybe some cement. So I'll have to buy, like sand and cement again. If I don't use wood. Not wood, if I don't use mud. So if I don't use mud up there, I'll use like cement, sand, and plaster and mix it all together and then just like get it into like that kind of like pulp where you can just like stick it in with your hand, and then once that's all done, I still won't be able to stay up there because you need to let it dry off. So I don't think I'll be doing that until like June, July. I don't think, because then that'll be like the nice hot weather will be back again, and it'll be easier and quicker for it to dry up. I've got to do the roof again because when it's raining, water's coming through, and I don't be fucking soaking wet every night or any night I stay up there again. So it just means getting that sorted out, getting a bit more secure, redoing the fireplace again. I want to have a coffee, but I ain't got no milk. I've got those sachets, but those sachets get a bit boring after a while. Could have a tomato cup of soup, but I don't fancy that. No, but it is enjoyable. The hobbies I've had, it's been enjoyable. Magnet fishing, I might do some more of that next year. Because you just don't know what you find every year in the lakes. I've got permission to do all 3 lakes at Clapham Common. And I know I pulled last time I went up there, I didn't find fucking hardly anything up there. So I know I've already pulled it all out, apart from what's ever in the middle. And I can't go in with waders into the middle because it'll just like go up to my shoulders. And there's a lot of silt in that one swell, the Boatman Lake. And I won't be really popular doing it in the fishing lake, the main one. So with the main fishing lake, I just do around the edges. Well, both of the fishing lakes, the big one and the small one, I just do around the edges where they got those little piers. But the Boatman Lake, when I keep the fish in there for stocking, I can get in there anytime. I'm even allowed to take the boat out in it if I wanted to. But for that, I've got to ring up and ask permission from Mr. Balding, or what his fucking name is. So yeah, I might do some more magnet fishing. Normal fishing, fishing for fish, catch and let's go kind of thing over at Clapham. I'd have to get a new license, which is like 35 quid. Then I'll have to get a permit, which is another 35 quid. Then update some of the bait, get some proper bait and all that shit. It's all money kind of thing, So unless I have people who's going to sponsor me, and make donations towards like travel costs and costs of like buying bait and stuff, then I'll go up there because I've got my tent. Take my tent up there, sleeping bag. Got a little gas cooker I can take up there to make tea and food. So I might do some fishing next year, maybe. But I'll probably do some more magnet fishing, some more metal detecting, and some more. What's the other thing I was doing? Ghost hunting. I don't know about that yet. Still pondering on ghost hunting. If I want to start up again and continue it. My daughter, as I said not long ago, my daughter works in a school, like a nursery thing. And she's had some experiences in there, as well as staff. They've had weird experiences. And I might be able to get up there one day next year, after January. The only thing is I've got to sort all my cameras out and see if the batteries are working on them, and not got to start buying batteries and all that shit again. And I've got to find all my gear, like stuff I need to take with me. Because I think there's 3 buildings, and all 3 buildings have had like some kind of like activity. So I'll have to have like knockoff cameras in there. And I'll have to do like a weekend. And I know some of them would want to like be there when I do it. So I can, do like when I did with Kenny's house, that black girl, when me, Simon and Aaron done it, I'd go up there and do like a little walk around and see if I can feel anything, and take some video and EVPs and stuff like that before I do the main one. And when the main one comes up, I can say, right, if you want to come in and participate, you can hold the camera, video me asking questions, in video other people asking questions. My daughter wants to be there as well. All she got to do is get someone to look after the kids. Because what's been going on is one of the staff members has been in one office, and the phone's been constantly ringing from one of the other buildings. And every time she picks it up, no one's actually talking. And she's gone over there, and the phone's just still hanging. And I think they got. Well, I know she's done some video where she's actually gone over. The phone rang when they're in one building, and she's taken her phone with her, and she's talking to someone on the other side because she's on the phone with the camera running, and you can still hear the phone ringing. And she's gone into the office, and the phone stops, and there's no one there. So I said, well, yeah, could be haunted. Don't know. You just had Bailey's, did you? I think I've only ever tried that once. I didn't like it. The only drinks I really like is spirit wise, is Malibu and pineapple. I do like that. I had that at my daughter's wedding actually. I had 2 singles and a double, and then a couple of beers. And that was it. So I'm not really a big drinker. But on the last day at the court before we got adjourned until next year, 5 of us decided that, well, it was originally 3, me and 2 other guys was going to go and have coffee, but 2 other ones, another guy and a girl, tagged along and said, let's all go and have a beer. I thought, fucking hell, man, this is going to be a bit expensive, isn't it, really? I was only going to be planning out to buy, 3 coffees, which was only going to be about a tenner. But we went into this place called Boxhole or something. Fox Box or Boxhole, I can't remember. We went in there, and one of the guys goes, "Go on, what do you want?" So I said, I'll have a lager shandy, because I don't really drink a lot of lagers. So we ordered lager shandy. The other ones ordered lagers, and it came to 23 quid. I thought, quite that's fucking cheap for 5 drinks. Well, she did. The girl didn't have a drink at first. She was just happy with a bottle of water. So the guy went to pay for it. I said, no, I'll pay for it. He goes, no. I said, well, fuck off, it's my treat, you cunt. I said, let me pay for it. He goes, well, let me pay half. I said, no, fuck off. So he goes, come on, Steve. I said, no, fuck off. You buy the next one and we stay and have another one. He goes, right, and I'll do that. So we all had this drink sitting at this table outside the pub. And, I was drinking one lager shandy and I was drinking the beers. And then after we all drunk it, I took a couple of pictures on my Facebook. And guy gets up, goes, right, who wants another one? I said, I'll have another one. So he gets up and buys everyone another drink. This time the girl actually had a vodka martini, I think it was. So she had to drink them. I took a couple of pictures. And we all said, catch you later, have a good Christmas, see you in the new year. And that was it. But 23 quid, still a little bit kind of expensive, but, I thought, it's only once in the fucking blue moon that you treat someone to a drink, isn't it, really? So, I still got another drink back out of it. Another lager shandy. It's good to have, a kind of not a final farewell, but like a little farewell, until you go and see each other again in the new year. And we all kind of fouled that, every Christmas we'll text each other, or we just want to have a general chat. We can phone each other or text each other on WhatsApp. And that's it, really. We'll all probably text each other on a New Year's Eve. I don't have no spirits in this place, like alcohol spirits. The only like bottle of spirit I had in here was a bottle of brandy, a small bottle, which someone told me was good for the flu, and it was good for the flu. I'd just under a quarter of a bottle, had lemon and sugar in it, and that helped. After a couple of days, my flu had gone. Yeah, we're probably me. So we've got like 2.5, 3 weeks, I think. If you don't count the holidays, just over 2 weeks left at court, I suppose. Especially like including the deliberation. We're still probably go down and have a cup of coffee with each other. I'm not going to go down every fucking single day. It'd be like once or twice a week. I'll probably treat one or two of the guys with a cup of coffee, but that'd be it. Because one of them, I said, "Come, let's go and get something to eat." He goes, "All right, I'll come with you." I said, "What do you want?" He goes, "No, I'm all right." He goes, "I just had a sandwich." I said, "No, fucking buy something. Let me get you something. Let me treat you." He goes, No, he's all right. He goes, I went, "You're fucking, come on, let me fucking buy something." He goes, "Steve, I just had something." He goes, "Thank you, I don't want anything." So I thought, sod you then. So we came back and I spoke to the other guy. I goes, "Right, let's go for a coffee, so-and-so day." And he goes, "You're all right, then I'm up for that." And the day he was going to go for the coffee, I said, "Oh, we got a hitchhiker. He'd come in with us." He said he'd come with us this time, and he's going to let me treat him to a coffee. And that's the day we decided not to have coffee, but a beer. And another two fucking turned up. But it's good, we kind of talked about the case itself, but they're fucking football hooligans, man. They fucking never stop talking about fucking football. And, it was just like boring me to shit. I was saying, right, as soon as I started talking about football, I said, "Well, I'm going." "Oh, guy, you got to talk football, fucking go." I said, "Oh, it's quite funny, actually." I think that's one of the best days I've had in fucking years, to be honest with you. Actually going out with a couple of people and having a couple of beers. So one of them, he lives down in Kent, and I mentioned about my birthday. I said, "A couple of days, it's going to be my birthday," and I'd already asked him, because he worked in the baker. I said, "Do you ever make those gypsy tarts?" He goes, "Yeah, we make those." I said, "Oh, I've not had none for fucking years." And I'll see if I can get some for you. And on my birthday, which was on a court day, he comes in and he fucking bought me like 2 packets of gypsy tarts. You can get 2 gypsy tarts in each packet. And I said, "Thanks a lot," I ate those. I said to everyone, I said, "Sorry, you're not having none this for the week. This is my birthday. You're not getting none. Fuck it. This is my favourite cake." And then that day when we went to the pub, he fucking pulled out this package. He goes, "Here, Steve, Merry Christmas." I thought, "Oh, cheers, mate." I said, "I know what these fucking are." He goes, "Yeah, I know." And he actually gave me 4 packets this time, and each packet had 2 in. I've eaten them all within about just over a week. I didn't eat them every single day. I had like one, then left a day, then had another one. So I kind of spreading them out. So 8 cakes, 8 gypsy tart cakes over a week. I think I ate 2 in one day actually because I felt a bit hungry. I love gypsy tarts, and he goes to me, "If you ever come down, give us a call and we'll meet up and go for a drink somewhere." I said, "You're all right then." So he doesn't live too far from where my mum is. "Shut up, go lay down." Little shit ass. I said, "Lay down on your chair, not under the fucking chair, you stupid cow. On your chair. On your chair. Now be quiet." Hello, Maria. So I'm just about going to go now because I've been on 2 hours. Yeah. Hour 55. I'll give it 5 more minutes and I'm definitely going because I'm getting tired. Got to go and do some shopping, food shopping today, tomorrow, or what is it today? I can't remember what fucking day it is. 29th, Thursday, yeah, tomorrow, 30th. Got to go and do some shopping. Now, what day is it today? 29th. Wednesday. No, Thursday. Yeah, today. I've got to go and do some shopping today, food shopping. I've got enough money to do a little bit of shopping, but that's about it. So I don't get no more money until next month, 7th, next month. So I've still got how long? This fucking Canada thing. Just over a week. Well, actually, I might get it on Friday, so I don't pay out Saturday or Sunday. So I'll either get it on a Thursday. No, I'll probably get it on Friday the 6th or Monday the 9th. And usually I'll get it like, if it falls on the weekend, I'll usually get it on Friday. So that's like 8 days before I get my money. But I got enough money to buy me food because I didn't have to pay for my electric because I got a voucher for £67 for my electric bill a couple of days ago, and I only just put that on. And that's in the meter now, so that should last a couple of weeks at least, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, good. Well, I did upload a little video earlier on my gaming one, just testing out the microphone and the stream on my gaming channel. But my gaming channel's not listed on here. I paid for my web hosting, and guess what? It's been flooded with like spam. There's like 3,000-4,000 spam, which I can't seem to get rid of. So I might have to close my website down, and that's been up for 12 years, I think, 10, 12 years. I'll have to close it down because there's no way of me getting those spam off. Unless what I might do is try to contact the hosting company and say, look, can you delete all the messages that's been put on for last year? See it back for a year we can. If they can do that, great. If not, then I might have to close the bloody what's name down. Yeah. Life can be a bitch when it wants to be, can't it, eh? I don't know how you do the SQL shit. To be honest with you, I really don't know how you do the SQL. Knowing my luck, probably go in and fuck everything up and destroy the whole website. If I remember tomorrow or today or whenever, I'll ring up the hosting company. I'll say, look, I just paid for my new, subscription for the year. Well, actually, I paid it a couple of months ago. I'd say I'm getting all this spam shit coming through. Is there any chance you can wipe it out from, until this time last year, and get rid of all that shit that's on there? And is there any chance you can put something up there to stop the spam? Because I've gone into the actual website and I've put up, there's like these little add-ons you can do to stop all the shit coming through, but it just ain't doing it. Some of the stuff that you add on, like these little add-on apps, it'll stop it for a little while, but then you've got to subscribe to it and pay fucking God knows how much to stop it, indefinite. And there are ways like people can bypass and spam your channel anyway. don't even do that actually. Let me have a look. I don't even know what my bloody website. Login is. My hosting has been deactivated. Look at this. Right, hang on a minute. Well, I'm definitely going to have to bring them up now. Has been deactivated. The hosting plan has either expired or there's some other issue with your hosting plan. Hosting plan can be renewed up to 30 days after expiry date. Please check your phone internet. Well, when was this posted? Let me just come out of that. September I paid for it. Yeah, I paid for it. So why are they fucking... So I can't say they never got the money through, so I paid for that. I paid the 9th of September, which was for the domain name, which was the $9.99. And then I paid for the web hosting, which was 20 quid. So why they fucking postponed it? Unless it's where I'm getting all that fucking flood and shit. Now it's got me a little bit pissed off and worried now. No, you can't just close the fucking website down because I've paid for it. There's no bit, right? It says request support by clicking a link, and the link don't even fucking work. It's a 404 page. If they delete my website, I'm going to be really fucking pissed off, I'll tell you. Because I'll say to them, look, you was fucking paid. Send me your invoice. You was paid September and October. So why you fucking deactivated it? You know, they've got to have a backup. If they ain't got a backup, I'll be fucking like screaming and shouting the fuckers. It's no good them saying, well, I'm sorry, like, you know, we've made a mistake and your website ain't there anymore. That's like 12 years of fucking website shit gone down. Nothing. So I'll have to give them a call in the morning. Motherfuckers. Hello, Rose. I'm about to go. There we go. What fuckers? I don't think they even emailed me.
So they sent me an email. See what I am myself, Steve UK guy, I think. I can't remember what it's fucking called now. Hold on a minute. Why have I got to keep putting my fucking web page details in? It doesn't come up under any Google results, which I used to. No, it says that the page can't be fucking around. Don't even know what bloody email I used. Might be the KUK one. Bullshit, 12 years I've had that website. It's gone. Should be under hosting. Alright. Let's go back to my other email. So I can't remember how to spell their hosting company. Should be under hosting. Nothing in the folder. Why is there nothing in the folder? Can't even find nothing under fucking emails or nothing. Let's try under Southwest Coast email. If I can fucking find it. Huh. Don't even have it. Oh, there it is. I don't think it's under this. No, it's not under that. So I don't know what it's under. I thought it was under my Steve UK one. But I'm not seeing anything under hosting on in there. So as what's the name? Microsoft decided to close all my fucking particular notes, no under my email. I'm not even getting the bloody webpage thing up. That page I had a minute ago. And I'm coming up with the message now. Oh, hang on, because I missed that EU. No, it's still not working. No, okay. So, right, let's go back to my email again. Actually, it should tell me what my fucking email is. I can't get into my website email. There's nothing there. I mean, it's under my normal email, Steve Morgan's one. No, hang on. Last day email I had off them was fucking 6th of the 10th, 2022, 7 days reminder, and I paid the reminder on that. So they've fucking taken it down, and they owe me money, and I ain't gonna be too happy about it, and I'll give them fucking negative feedback on them. Well, it's not really a business loss, it's just like my website that's gone down. I've had it 12 years, all my video and information from this YouTube site ain't there no more. Yeah, I renewed the domain name in October. In September, I renewed the web hosting. Because it shows it up on my control panel. You know, you ain't gonna be able to fucking sue them, are you, really? Unless you could prove that you're making money out of it, which I can't. So I never made any money out of it. But if you look on the shopping cart, invoices. That's your invoice. I paid that. Well, I know I paid it because I just got it there. Expiry date 2023. And then the other one's October 23. So I paid that in September for the hosting name, and the actual web hosting itself, so that's the domain name, the hosting itself was received on October. But they don't up fucking date it, the bastards. There you can see that, payment received, so that's down to them. So I'll have to try and ring them today and say, hey, what the fuck's going on? Because you fucked up. It's no good them turning around and say, oh, we're very sorry, we didn't realise that you paid for your web hosting and your domain name. We'll can't get you it back, but we'll compensate you for the next 3 months of web hosting if you want it. No, I don't want it. I want the fucking website back. And I can turn around and say, hey, you're the one that screwed up, not me. Because I think after a certain time they do delete everything off their system to make more web space. So I had that one. Then I had Unwanted Souls website, which I wasn't really using, so I took that down completely. Then I had my magnet fishing one. That got taken down because I gave up on that one. So, yeah, they've been up for quite a while, that website. It took me a fucking long time. Like, when I last saw all those fucking troll fucking spam messages, there was 3,000, and I tried to delete them, but it'd only delete 10 at a time. And I did try contacting them saying, look, is there any way you can somehow go back, rewind my website back for the last year? But I never got an email on them. So I'm going to fucking ring them up and say, where's my fucking website back? You can see it in my shopping cart that it's been fucking paid for. So where's my fucking website gone? If they say, oh, well, it's still here, we can just update it. I say, well, we do that, but also fucking if you can, try to remove the last year of all the comments, because there's just so much shit up there. So if it's gone, it's gone. If they can't put it back, I've lost it all. 12 years. So if this went down, this YouTube channel, it's 13 years of fucking YouTube gone down the shit hole in it, really. I could always reopen a new website, but it'd take fucking months and months and months to upload all those videos. Well, I wouldn't have to upload them. All I've got to do is put links in. But I'd have to have all the trouble of putting the title, the video, and any other form of text, explaining what the video's about and all that shit underneath the link. I know they should back up, not me, because I pay the money fucking out of the web hosting to back it up. Because they know I don't know anything about PHP and SQL and all that shit. Years and years and years ago I used to, because I built a website for their church. And I paid it all out of my own pocket until I said to them one day, I can't pay it anymore. And they said, well, we can't pay it, so I closed it down. And that's before I even got into ghost hunting. If it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll have a fucking slagging match with them. I'll demand some form of compensation and my last payment back. And I said, right, okay, we'll refund you 6 months, which will probably be £100 maybe. I'll just go to another fucking web hosting company and start fresh if I decide to do ghost hunting again.
and just start putting stuff up, which I think might have been, kind of interesting in the past. Some of the good videos we had, and then new content up most probably if I do any more ghost hunting. I don't know. Because I saw all those fucking spam on there. I thought, well, if I can't get all them on there, I might have to close it down anyway. Especially if like the hosting company won't do fuck all. So it might have got closed down eventually anyway, but I didn't expect it to go down the way it has now. So I think there might have been a way of getting rid of those fucking spam. Use the wacky back machine. What are you on about? I don't know how long it's been down. Like, it doesn't say on the message when it went down, but you see that I paid in October and September. It's their fault for not fucking updating their shit about, like usually you get like an invoice through saying thank you, we've received your invoice, blah blah blah, and your website is now, protected for the next year. But I never got any of that shit. So it's their fucking bullshit fault for taking my site down, not my fault. I'll probably go out and do some shopping and then come back home and ring the fuckers up and get stressed out and argue about it, If they compensate me, if they say they can't take it, they can't get it back up because it's been 30 days. I say, well, you had my fucking number. Why didn't you fucking call me, for one? Two, you didn't email me, because I've gone through all my emails, including junk. There's no email there. There's not even an email stating that you received my payments. So it's all down to your company that you've lost my fucking website. And I'll even tell them that, I was getting I can't say it was like a business, but I say I had a lot of like views, and I had like, I think last time I checked, I had over 2 million views on there. More than that. Not that I had 2 million views on the YouTube channel, but 2 million hits on the website. Could have done, but then they should email me saying, yeah, data quote is out of date, kind of thing. If you want all that data there, to come on and upgrade your web account, but they've never done that. I'll just leave it until I'll leave it till today, when I get back from shopping, or I might leave it till tomorrow. I might not even bother about it. I might just say, fuck it, it's gone, and start a new website later in the year, a new one. But I will ring them up eventually, and have a go about him. And if they do say it's gone, it's been deleted from the account, I'll say, well, you owe me some kind of compensation then, because I never got no emails. It shows on my in my shopping cart it's been paid for. If the data quota over, then you should have emailed me, and I never got no emails from you from 2000 and whatever, because I think I've got 2018, I think the last email I got from them. So their system's fucked if they're not sending out emails. I don't know. Whackback machine, I never heard of it. Whackback machine. Let's see if I can find it. Enter a URL. I'm getting is like years. Don't know you do this, mate. All I'm getting is this. This is all I'm getting. Say 63 times March to December. That's like 2023. Um, 2020. That's the last time it's saved. That's it. See, all that is there. All right. If you look down here, actually, you like too how many views I've had, but I had a fucking shitload of hits. And these ain't going to work. Because the archive, the way it doesn't save the archive, does it? Or does it? Yeah, it does not have this video archived. So the videos ain't going to work. And that's when I started having problems with it. Like 2021. And I emailed them about, helping me to get sorted out, but I never got the emails. I could, when I got that, I could click on it, and sometimes it'll actually bring up the website, sometimes it didn't. And all I had to do is, put southwestcoast-uk.co.uk-index, and it'd work. I know it ain't going to work, because they've taken the fucking thing down. I just wait until I fucking I just wait until I get home from shopping. If I remember, I'll ring the fuckers up and say, look, you fucked up my website. I want it back. And I want conversation. And also I want you to delete certain shit from there as well. They say, well, it's going to cost you to delete it. And I say, fuck you, you took my website down. I only just realised it's been fucking taken down until I started talking about it last night. And I've never got no emails from you saying that, you just don't take it down or disable it or suspend it for any particular reason. They're breaking the terms and conditions then, aren't they? They're not doing that. Right, well, I'm going to go. It's 1 o'clock. So, yeah, if I get it working, I'll let you know.
If not, then it's gone. It's gone. Might have to start a new one up in the new year and start uploading some of the old videos again, I suppose. Just that, on some of those it had like hints and tips about, how to become a Ghostbuster, what kind of equipment you had, stories, news and reviews and shit like that. But alright, yeah, well, good night everyone. Cheers for coming on. I'll speak to you all later. Good night.